What is going on, everybody? This is Jay from Maji and Jay, and today we're going to be getting the hands-on and also the unboxing of the Yumi Touch that I got from coolico.com. The device is only $159 and the specifications are quite interesting, but as always I do have my tiny little disappointment, and that is the lack of 4G LTE. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at it. On the front of the box we got there the Yumi logo. On the side is pretty much plain. On the upper side we have a barcode for inventory purposes. On the bottom side we got the IMEI information and such. On the back side we have some of the specifications of the product. It comes with the MTK6753 octa-core clocked at 1.3 GHz. Also comes with the Android Marshmallow 6.0, which is really cool. Now I think the GPU, which is not mentioned on here, is going to be the Mali T720. It has 3 GB of RAM, 16 GB of internal storage. Now it can be upgraded with a TF card up to 128 GB. It supports dual SIM. It comes with a 4000 power milliamp battery, 3.7 volts. Next we find there the measurements of the device. This one is actually quite thick at 8.5 millimeters. We know that most devices out there, especially from China, usually don't measure more than 7.9 millimeters. So this one, maybe because it has a bigger battery, is a little bit thicker. It has a 5.5 inch. It is a 5-point multi-touch screen, Full HD with a resolution of 1920 by 1080, and it has 441 ppi. It has a 13 megapixel Sony IMX328 camera. It has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and there we can see the remaining of the band supported on here. Like I mentioned before, the LTE is not going to work here in the USA. Also, we got here some of the stuff inside of the box that we're going to find in just a moment. So here, without further ado, let me open it. Now this device, at least in my opinion, is the replica of the Meizu MX5. It's exactly the same when it comes to the body design. It is a unibody metallic frame, and on the back here we're going to find that 13 megapixel IMX328 sensor. We have the dual tone LED flash, the Yumi logo. We find some information on the bottom side of the unit. It says designed by Yumi in China. With finally the loudspeaker. On the right side we got here the volume rocker and the power key placement. They are exactly the same as the Meizu MX5 that I mentioned before. On the bottom side there we got the regular USB port. This is the micro kind. We know that a lot of Chinese devices out there are shipping with the USB Type-C, but this one is a little bit outdated when it comes to the USB port. We have the main microphone. On the left hand side we have nothing whatsoever except here the SIM tray, which is the dual SIM. Also you can fit in the TF card and use one SIM, so just keep that in mind. And then on the top side we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, and that's about it. On the front side of the device we had the 5.5 inch Full HD display. Let me go ahead and remove here the front cover. And on the upper side we got there the 5 megapixel sensor camera. We also have the ear speaker together with the proximity and light sensor. Then on the bottom side there we have what appears to be a fingerprint scanner. This time it's on the front side, and also we're going to have a back key and a menu key. They are going to be two little dots. That's because it's going to give us the option to switch which one you want to be using as the back key and the menu key. So now the back is not removable. We cannot confirm the battery, but according to the weight and the thickness, it looks like it's going to be a true 4000 power milliamp battery. Keep in mind that this thing is also built with aluminum, so that's very cool. So now with this being said about the product, before we start it on, let me go ahead and check everything that comes inside of the box. So in here we're going to find a little divider that is going to contain the manuals as well. Okay, so the manuals are in English. Nobody reads them. We all know how to use Android by now. So it's giving us here all the components of the product and whatnot. On the back side we have a QR code in case you guys want to learn more about the product. There we have the built-in 4000 power milliamp battery. It supports fast charging according to this, so I will really have to confirm that as well. We have here the specifications and more details of the product. Maybe we can find the GPU. And also comes with the Corning Gorilla Glass number 3. This is something that I didn't know. And yes, so here we have most of the specifications in details. Then we're going to find the, I believe it's the USB cable. I'm not sure yet. I think that's what it is. And yes, we got the USB cable on here. So this time they decided to make it look a little bit more professional. Okay, and then we have the wall charger. Now this one I think is the European kind, as always. I did not get a US model, but that's okay, because like I usually mention, I have a lot of adapters. But now if you guys are ordering this to the USA, make sure that you get the adapter or get the proper wall adapter. So it is a 5 volt 1 amp, so I don't think that this one is going to support the fast charging, unfortunately, and it's a very lightweight charger as well. We got there the Yumi brand, so according to this, it is made by the company that made the phone. Okay, so we have nothing else, so it is quite plain. We don't get any earphones, we don't get any cool accessories. Maybe that's why we are only paying $159 for this product and not the 200 mark that they usually go for. And now to speed up things a little bit, I have decided to connect the charger itself. So there we can see that it is currently charging. Let's see if we can power it on without having to wait any longer. Normally we have to wait at least until it says 1% or so before we can power it on. So let me see if that's going to be the case with the Yumi Touch. And right now we didn't have to wait that long, so that's very cool. And this is also a great opportunity to see how long it takes to turn it on with the device being at 0%. Unlike in the phone, we find here a very clean 6.0, even though it is not 100% clean, but it's still clean enough so that the device can work very fast. It comes with all the Google applications on here, including the Play Store, Gmail, and I remember years ago some of these Chinese devices didn't have all the components necessary for us to log into our Play Store. And this is something that has improved over time. Right now with the Android 6.0, this thing is going to work quite smoothly. Not only that, but it's also getting a lot of support. Right now you guys can notice that I do have a wireless update, and this wasn't here when I first booted up. So the device is also getting a lot of support, and that's something that I do like about the Yumi company. Now this is, as you can see, the back key right now, and this is the menu key. So it's only 2 little dots on there, and it might be a little bit hard to see in the daylight time. And here we have that 13 megapixel sensor. So far, I mean, it looks a little bit choppy, very common on Chinese devices, especially with the MTK processors. We're going to see that this device is carrying the Android Marshmallow 6.0. So here we can see it. Okay, it has been confirmed, and you guys must check the videos from ITX Tutor and also Styler. They got this device and they provided a little bit of a hands-on, that way you guys can compare the different opinions that we have about the product. So yes, we do have the Android 6.0. It supports OTA, which I have to see why we have an OTA on here. Let me just go ahead and confirm that. So yes, here we have the update available. It's a new version, and it's claiming to fix some minor bugs, but they're not specifying which ones they are. So I haven't been with the device too long to notice if there are any major bugs, except that lousy Android booting logo that we saw before. And yes guys, so far for the most part it looks like a very nice and complete device. The camera, like I said before, it looks like it's a little bit choppy, and we still have the same UI that they keep using for years and years. I mean, this thing has been going on even before the Android 5.1 guys, so this is getting quite old. I really am looking forward to a new improvement. Well guys, so here we have it for the unboxing and also the hands-on of the Yumi Touch. I will be bringing the review very shortly. At least I'm going to try to do so, because right now my daughter, she's going to get surgery on the 25th of this month, and I might be a little bit too busy to complete videos, but I'm trying my best to do as much as I can before I go for surgery for her. So with this being said, don't forget to like this video if you find it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. If you have any questions, please leave your comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one.